Hello and welcome. Right, I think it's time to start to get everything put together a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a time lapse so that we can actually, yeah, I know it is just that you can concentrate better when it's just you. These ones, are we going to do containers for this, or just are going to do some odd loads with the normal? It may be, I don't know. The container's quicker. The little bits, it's more about cleaning up than it is anything, and I'm trying to tidy up the areas, yeah, where we can almost get to it. Right, I need to lift that while I'm doing that. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a, yeah, we're going to clean up what we can do, because you can see there's a lot of areas now where we can actually clean up, and it is getting, right, whoa, yeah, and that is the danger. Yeah, although luckily it was only a little one, but yeah, nevertheless, yeah. So I'm going to go into a time lapse, but I'm going to watch this, and the one thing I'm going to say is I always do this. I said in Stone Valley, chain of evidence. It truly is. I don't really expect anybody to truly watch everything, though. I must admit, if I'm honest, I actually find the time lapses with music sometimes quite relaxing, but there are some of them that are quite long, that are really, yeah, you know, where it is quite, does take a while, and I appreciate it's not the most interesting, but it's really put so that I can prove that I've done what I said I'm going to do, and yeah, all of that type of stuff. Really, that's all it is about. Wow, I don't like travelling with that, even as powerful as this is. Yeah, so yeah, because I'd like to carve out another field. I really would, as soon as possible. So a lot of this is prep. So I'm going to try and clear as many trees as possible and get as many piles as possible done. Though, of course, I am going to miss tree stumps, because in amongst that lot, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. It really is. So anyway, yes, no more waffling. I am going to go straight into a time lapse, and I'm going to say my words. So yes, you have absolutely my permission not to, yeah, look at everything, because yeah, as I say, and there are some trees I realise as well I am going to cut now that we are definitely 100% decided that this is going to be, you know, like well, it's becoming a reality, really, if I'm honest. Yeah, before it was, I wasn't sure what we were going to do, but now that we've actually done as much as we've done, it really is becoming a, well, let's get this done now. So yeah, it's really taking shape, and I like this. The one thing I did love about Hobo's Hollow was, no, that makes it, again, language often fails to convey what you're really trying to say. I loved a lot of things about Hobo's Hollow, but one thing, the thing that I'm on about, not the only thing, was the trees. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, boy did they give me some there were horrible, gnarly trees, but I did enjoy the clearing out and the making of the farmyard ourselves. It felt real. It's nice, don't get me wrong, on like New Farmer to get a fantastic farmyard, and some of the map makers are absolutely amazing wizards at some of the English farmyards are so English, it's unbelievable. You know, I can see a local farm in the farmyards that's given to, so exactly what a good job it wasn't any of these chunky ones. Yeah, and this is the ever-present danger, and also the danger of me waffling is the fact that I'm not concentrating although I'm not going to blame me waffling on making a mistake like that, because trust me, it's way too easy to run into one of these logs, and this is a monster. Yeah, I've downloaded the Tree Devourer as well, not the Tree Be Gone, the Unreal Devourer or Tree Devourer or whatever it is. Yeah, because it's nice to have, even if it's, I've loved the Tree Gone, it's been fantastic, but yeah, and there's the one of the, is it a Liebherr? No, it's not. I've unloaded the Liebherr. Yeah, it has gone. It really has. It's a shame. It was good in some ways, but I have started to get ruthless with any mod that's been in for a while and has serious glitches, and that had, as we saw, some serious glitches. So yeah, it is gone. And it's a shame, because in every other way it was absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I'm unwilling to put up with that kind of thing, because it plays with your head, as I said, really. Right, anyway, time lapse time. Yeah, I am going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I think that's it. But it's, yeah, we all know that the chances of this being all done is, but it is for the main done. I've got almost all troublesome trees and troublesome tree, almost all. I'm not, certainly not saying I have. Yeah, there's that one there, that is true. I knew about that one, but we're going to grab the logs. So I've got a good sort of thing. I've got the piles of stones, which I'm going to do next session, because this is, yeah, this is the cleanup. It really is. We really do need to get this done now. Let's turn this into the field, because we are running out of time. It's now, yeah, it's only take me an hour real time. Be about a 20 minutes time lapse, but yeah, obviously there is the stones, and then I'm gonna, yeah, there's that tree there, but I'm not gonna do that while there's wood there. Yeah, so on the whole, not bad. There's quite a few piles of stones. Some that could be rounded up a little bit better in places where I did sort it all out nicely, and then I had to round them up around a tree stump that was in the way, so therefore but to be honest, I've got to be honest, yeah, most of this is, I'm going to start with the big Volvo now that we've got it. We're going to clear it out, and then there's going to be odds, I was going to say something that I shouldn't say, odds and bits and bobs. The bits and bobs that then need doing with the telehandler, yeah, and especially the little bits. They're the bits I'm a little bit worried about, because they're gonna seriously marmalise us for price in going inside the thing, and there's a lot of these that are little bits as well. So that's what I'm worried about. Whether we do a couple of loads in the normal one, do as bigger ones as possible. There are some bits like here where actually there's a lot of end pieces where I just think I probably ought to just tree be gone the whole lot. Yeah, here there's loads of little tiny bits that I just think we ought to just, yeah, I just think it would be silly to take these in. Yeah, they are, I'm really not kidding, they are like little spindlies. Yeah, even that one. And that one. That one not so much. This one, yes, but the other one definitely not. Yeah, so I think yeah, I'm quite chuffed with that, if I'm honest. It's like playing football. It's good fun, if I'm honest. Yeah, or herding sheep. Yeah, one or the other, or perhaps a cross between the two. It was great fun, actually. I agree with Mr. CLP. There are sometimes some tasks you think, oh, really not looking forward to this. But when you just put your mind to it, it actually is quite relaxing. You just like get in the zone, and it's just good fun. It just needs doing, and you know it's going to take a while, and you just get in the zone and you just do it. And that was one of those jobs. I've got to be honest, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It really was good fun. Yeah, so a lot of these, to say that, like a couple together, they are way too poxy for the Volvo. Yeah, and as I said, there's some like this one that still need a bit of, in fact, no, it's yeah, I suppose there are some spindly little piles like these forers that I think I may well leave for the telehandler. It's a shame I can't mark it. I can actually, can't I? I'm trying to think if there's a way. No, you need too many. You can use the marking, but I think that's, I don't know whether you can mark actual trees, bits and bobs themselves, or I know there's that entire category now. It seems a little bit wasteful just for, now that's a little spindly. Let's just roll over that one. Nah, remember, you can't really roll over. Yeah, so it really is tomorrow, no, next session. Yeah, I fancied to go on this, and I'm glad I did, if I'm honest. Yeah, one of those tasks that I almost thought, let's go and do a couple of those contracts to get our money up, but then we've got, yeah, we have got seeds and stuff to be planting, and we've got the ploughs and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of this, yeah, we've even got the thing to grab. Oh, no, that's a good set of wood there. Leave that alone. Yeah, there's a lot of, it is, I've always said this was the thing on Hobart's Hollow, so you've got the brush, you cannot see at all. And I say they are going to be hiding a few tree stumps, I realise that. Fantastic setup this, with this on the front and that on the back. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever done that before. I think a 300 horsepower plus, if I remember rightly, would probably be perfect. You can actually leave that running all the time, although I've got to be honest, that would be a mistake because you destroy a lot of wood. I did that, I think, the best I've ever done it ever, period. Yeah, of any Let's Play or any muck around. So I think that's sometimes being in the zone, isn't it? You're almost at one with everything. Yeah, I think I've gone as far as we need to go, to the edge of the field. I think there may be one or two, but I remember I did actually leave. I don't think it's that one. No, that one there, even though it's not a nice tree, and these ones here, if I remember rightly, I left these almost. Yeah, this one I think is a chopper down or a. Yeah, but that and that one there in the middle, which I left on purpose because it's in the middle. But everything else, I think what we ought to do is perhaps, and also it would assist in seeing, is perhaps manually run a. Oh, that's a point. Did I do that with the plough section of the thing? Have we got a plough? Oh, and I have got a planter. The Noli, of course. Yeah, have we got a plough? I thought we'd cultivated with that ploughy section, or the cultivated section. What have we got? Did we buy a plough? I don't think we did. No, cultivator. But we did do create fields with it. Well, yeah, you could do that. It's not like it's that much of a stretch. So yes, I think we'll leave a goodly. Now I know about splitting fields because of the mistake I made on Stone Valley. So we need a good split. And I do think what we'll do is run a plough line or a cultivator line with a bit of a headland all the way around here. Although, am I going to disturb the logs? Yeah, I still think I'm right. I think what we ought to do is shift the stones. Yes, move everything out the road. Get all the wood out the way, finally. And then, again, we're going to have a bit more money because we know there's quite a lot of wood there, definitely. So yeah, that's all that remains doing. Shift these stones and shift the wood and then get this done. I think it'll be the morning though. I think, to be honest, there's still quite a few hours worth of work doing, and I should have switched time down to 0.5 whilst I was chattering. Yeah, I do. I think, although there was a bit of a mistake earlier where I put it on 0.5 whilst I was working for about 10-15 minutes. So do you know, yeah, I think we'll call that probably even. Yeah, there's going to be the odd tree stump, but not many. I think we've done almost all, but there's always one that catches you out that's hidden that you can't see quite. But yeah, and some of these are bushes and some of them really aren't. So they just look like trees with the sort of like foliage of the, but yeah, there are some that are. Yeah, definitely. So next session then, continuance of Operation Cleanup. We shall shift the woods first of all with the big Volvo, absolutely, and then we shall, I think by that time we'll have enough space to grab these stones with the telehandler. Yeah, I wish I could find a proper adapter. I truly do, to adapt that without it being through 2 or 3 adapters. That is the thing that's annoying me the most now, because it is so awful, so wobbly. It really is, with that 2 adapters to make that work. I really do wish I could sort that out better, because it's so wobbly when you've got multiple adapters that it's horrible. But yeah, I'll see what we can do. But yeah, so we can do the corn. That isn't a problem at all. I'd forgotten we've got the little moly, so we'll cultivate and then we shall plant and we shall go corn, like I said. I'm quite looking forward to that. Yeah, no, I'm guessing that the straw thing works with it, because it works with sunflowers, and obviously there is an awful lot of stalk on corn, so if you were to pulp that and make it into some form of straw, then obviously, yeah. Well, really, I suppose it's, yeah, you would chaff it sort of thing, wouldn't you? That's not too unbelievable. I'm quite sure the process would be a little bit harder than what this game obviously makes it. But yeah, it's not beyond the realms of an impossibility, let's just put it that way. Anyway, no more waffling. When you're tired, you tend to waffle, and I can waffle for England without being tired. So, yes. So, container next session. Have I bought the container, or did I think we're still at the shop with it, aren't we? Oh, no, I haven't brought it down. Of course, it's up at the top, isn't it, still? Well, that's the one last thing I'm going to do this session off camera, so that it's back down here, and we will buy the container for it. We'll only just afford that. We will, actually. Yeah, that is what you call leaving things close. But yeah, let's be honest, we are going to earn some money next thing. So 4,830. Talk about from rags to riches. We were up to 400 grand. Now we're down to 4,830. Anyway, yes. Truly, any comments, please, by all means, leave. We are that skyline looks quite impressive. I've got to be honest. I am quite impressed with that. All that we saw when we looked at this at the beginning was trees. Now they're in the distance, very, very distance. There's not much. We've clicked on. I'm astounded. Let me just have one quick run around because it is a long time since. Yes, it's months since I played the first thing of Silverrun. I'm just trying to remind myself. I know I said there's a small field that was going to go into here. We'd said a grass one, small grass. I know I was going to do a proper small grass. Yeah, and then obviously we know there's wood to pick up over here. A few good logs there. And then this is the last of where the trees look on here. This is all our thing, and yeah, the stones. And I think I was going to end about here. I left that tree as my marker, if I remember rightly. And then, of course, there's the plateau. Yeah, up top, which is... Oh, okay, let's go for a swim. Right, that was unexpected, but... Right, so that blue blob is roughly... That's the house. And this, up this hill. I do love the way... Yeah, again, credit where credit's due. I've said this about giants. I may sort of, like, give them hell, but I also do recognise when they've done something right. I love the fact that when you run up a hill, it really does slow you down, which it should do. So that is fantastic. Now then, I think it's down there. It is. Yeah. I always do that. I run over the first plateau. Yeah, I do. So down here. Yeah, and there's a couple of trees like that where, yeah, we need to tree on them, but I couldn't get to them and I wasn't going to go near these beautiful logs. So, yeah, there's a lot of logs to sort out up here, but that's a long way off. And I think, did I say productions for this, or was I going to do a little field? Because if I did say productions, it's an awful long way from, yeah, down here. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm not sure about productions. I think, as I originally said, along, like down here next to the path, sort of level it a little. Yeah, and I know there's more trees along here and all that type of stuff. Yeah, there's quite a lot of our... Yeah, there were a few areas that almost squared off. Yeah, like... I think this is still our land. Yes, it is just, I think. Or down here is definitely. So, yeah, there's a few bits and bobs that we could level or slightly into the hillside. And I do mean slightly because this road, although technically ours, is... Yeah, and I think this was it here, if I remember rightly. I think I could do it. But I don't want it to be too far away where you've got to run a mile to get to it. I want it to be, yeah, perhaps, yeah, that is true. This is fairly flat up here, but you can't, I didn't want to go too far into it because this is beautiful and on the edge of the lake. So maybe clear the odd one and have some things on the edge of our field, because I realise this is where it's, yeah, this is where we're going to. So there we go. That is a rundown of things to do. Absolutely. A massive list. But all I'm going to say is we've made progress, truthfully. Yeah, I am well chuffed, and I'm thoroughly enjoying being back on Silverrun, if I'm honest. Yeah, truly. Right, and on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I truly do hope that you stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.